I guess this, if I want to know, I'm going to have to do this. So years went past. Some 40-odd years went past. He came back to the monastery. That same monk answered the door. And he said, yes, I have been around the world and I found that there is about more than 6,000 different kind of languages around this world at that time. And I'm pretty sure it was more than that. I have performed deeds for over 9 billion people around the world. I have been to the highest mountain where I almost froze to death to find out that there was more than 17 trillion stars. Just about. Can I now be a monk? The monk said, very well, good job. You're on your way to being a good monk. He wasn't done yet. But what he did is, he took him down to the basement, to a door where the sound was, the source of the sound was. He says, go ahead. He went to open the door, one problem. It was locked. It was locked. This wooden door was locked. And he said, to unlock that door, to me give you the key, you have to memorize the Old Testament. He said, okay, I can do that. He went into a room. A few months later, he came out and he was able to recite the Old Testament. They gave him the key to the wooden door. He opened the door, he thought, yes, I'm gonna find out. When he sees there is a brass door. And that too was locked. And he says, to open this door, what should I do? He says, memorize now what? The New Testament. So he went away, he memorized the New Testament, they gave him the key, he went open up the brass door, and finally the source was there. No, there was another door. A door of gold was now there. And he says, okay, for you to be able to open, this is the last door he said, this is the very last door. But to unlock this door, you must spend 1 year in our dungeon on just bread and water only. 1 year. The man, very tired, but determined to know, he went under. 1 year. He came out after 1 year of bread and water. You can imagine how the man came out. They gave him the keys. He opened the wooden door. He opened the brass door. He gave him the key for the golden door. Put the key in the lock. Turned it. And after all these years, I want to know what the source was. He unlocked the door, saw the source, and said to himself, after all this time waiting, after all this time going through this, it was well worth it. Do you guys want to know what the source was, the sound was? Anyone know, interested in knowing what it is? My friends, I'm sorry I cannot tell you because you're not a monk. None of you guys are monks today. Now, this is a little funny story, but in itself, it has a little moral for us. That even though that it is frustrating or sometimes that we don't have the information for us, we want to know everything, there's some things that me and you, we just won't know. Some things will be left mysteries for us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that there's someone who does, and that's Christ. And for us, the good news is that our questions that we have today will be answered one day in heaven. But all we have to do is be patient and trust in God. Have the confidence in that even though we don't know, He does. He does. So with that, I'll leave you guys this morning. Right? I'm on time, good time? Thank you very much, and trust in God. Let us be ready, my friends. Let us be ready.